Hello, today I am filming from Kuala Lumpur and I'm trying to find the best angle. This is not it, but I want to share with you the things that I discovered in my fragrance journey, and hopefully these tips will work for you as well. The first thing is I don't impulsively buy. Sometimes it happens, but I try to avoid that. The way I do it, I keep an overview on Fragrantica. You can use any other platform. And I have perfumes I have, perfumes I used to have, and perfumes I wish to have. And this helps me stay organized like I do at work. I love KANBAN lists, to do in progress done. This is a similar way of organizing. And whenever I see a huge discount, I go and check my list. Is it really on my wish list? If not, maybe I should reconsider. And it's also nice, I can look through the history and see which perfume I used to have, and then it reminds me of a certain time in my life, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, this one helps me stay organized and don't impulsively buy. Another thing that works for me is avoiding the blind buy. It rarely works out. I love the thrill, but I try to test before and always test on my skin, see how it works out. This way I will be sure that I will keep the fragrance in my collection. One other thing that has worked for me is getting samples directly from the fragrance houses. Most of them have offers, and if you get the sample kit, they will give you a discount of a full bottle purchase. And basically you are testing the fragrances in that sample kit for free. So that's great. And on the other hand, if you are looking into Mercari or Ricardo in Switzerland, it can easily become a black hole, and the value of those samples will easily exceed the price of a full bottle. So I try to be careful with that. Next thing that has always worked for me is always testing. Test on skin and test also in different seasons. I spray on my wrist usually and try it several times. I'm not easily convinced, and also if I smell a perfume and I don't like it right away, maybe it's not the right season, or maybe I'm not in the right mood for it. So if you have the same situation, you don't like it, but there is something that pulls you in, keep it and try it in a different season. Try it when it's warmer outside or when it's colder, and maybe it will surprise you in a good way. One thing about me is that I don't buy at full price. I always chase the best offers. Usually when there is Black Friday, Christmas, Women's Day, they will put 30%, 50% if you are lucky discount. And if I have it on my wish list, I will buy it. And this way, if I decide to resell it, I can still get the best price. So that's amazing. Let's say that you want to test a fragrance, but you don't find the samples, or they are super expensive. What can you do? Well, instead, you can get the alternative. You can get the hair mist, or you can get the body lotion or the shower gel. And they are more expensive than the usual shower gels, but it's worth it. You only need a small amount and they are super of good quality, and it's really worth it. And I have the hair mist. That's how I started actually, with Bellina hair mist and Baccarat Rouge hair mist, but that one is not the best example. The one that impressed me the most was Lilac Love from Amouage, and I think I had it for 8 months, and the fragrance was so comforting, and I used it before going to bed. So that's an alternative way to test the different fragrances without having to spend too much money. Another important aspect is the expiry date. And since I have a big collection, it's very important to take care of your fragrances. And I try to avoid direct sunlight and keep them in a constant temperature. So I don't store them in the bathroom. I have a special closet. But then the downside is that I want to look at them, and the bottles are so beautiful, I can't just keep them closed all day. And what I do, I select 10 that are my favorites for that week. And I will put them on a tray on my table and avoid direct sunlight. And that works for me. Another important aspect is the application of the perfume. And I usually apply the stronger perfumes on my hands. This way I don't suffocate, and it also creates an aura around me. So I usually apply here or here. And if I have a lighter smell, I will spray it on my neck. And I usually do between 6 and 8 sprays. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. And I skip the 6, but you get the idea. This works for me. If I am working and I have some samples with me, I will just spray here one super strong fragrance and it will keep me going for a few hours. It's like an energy drink, healthy way. Now, if you like compliments, I have a secret. What I usually do is I take the bottle with me, or I take a 5 or 10 ml decant, and every couple of hours I will just spray it again. And this way it also boosts my mood, and I love reapplying my perfume. And I make sure that my fragrance is always fresh and people can smell me. And this is how I get compliments. The most important part, signature scents or occasion or seasons. How do these matter? For me, they don't. I wear whatever I want, whenever I want. You should do the same. Wear what makes you happy. But about the signature scents, a friend of mine asked me, how do I find my signature scent? And that's another topic. I won't be able to cover this in 1 minute. To keep it brief, when you find your signature scent, you will know it, just like you will know it when you will find your life partner. But I will come up with a guide on how to find your signature scent. Or I see a video and they say these are signature scent worthy. I think I also said it. But any fragrance is signature scent worthy. And even if it's super powerful or super special, that matches your personality, then that is your signature scent. And about that part with the seasons, for example, if you wear a fragrance and you consider it's for winter, like rose and wood, super strong, and then if you wear it in the summer, you will notice that most of it will evaporate. So it will not be as powerful as in the winter. So try it out. Try to wear fragrances in the opposite season. I don't really believe in any preconceptions that the fragrance is suitable for a certain occasion. Yes, they are, but you think outside the box and anything will work anytime. That was it for today. I hope you will find these things useful, and I hope to see you next time. Wear what makes you happy and have a wonderful